Hey guys, Books Nelson here with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a breakdown of Galaxy Opal Korver. So let's get right into the content. So as we look here at this little preview, I want to make one thing very clear. Korver is a good card, a very good card, if you don't know how to L2 cancel. But if you do know how to L2 cancel, he is a fantastic card and extremely cheesy because he can really create his own shot and move the defense around, as you guys can see right here. So we're going to talk about the whole card though, not just that element of the card. So first off, obviously breaking news, his shot is insane. Absolutely insane shot. As far as my team is concerned, this is like almost like the Patty Mills of my team. Like, I get that Glenn Rice is, the technically best shooter, but this Korver card is just out of this world when it comes to that release. Just outstanding. So he basically closes the skill gap for a lot of people because you don't need to be able to do a lot to get to that release and really operate well, right? So what else does he have going for him? So he's got normal leaner, not the best, but I do think it'll do just fine. I think you'll be okay. Particularly because he's tall, so he'll have less shot contests on that normal leaner. He's got basic hop jumper 2. Let's see what that looks like. Not looking great. Let's see this side. Nope, absolutely hate it. And let's try it going directly towards the basket. Okay, I do like that a little bit. I think you can get to that and block it though. I think it's okay. Not super great. All right, what else? But what else do you have going for him? So he's got Michael Jordan dribble style. So we've covered this a lot. I'm going to go through it really quickly. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of the dribble style itself, look at my Shea or Gilbert Arenas breakdowns. But here we're just talking about basically you got 3 push crosses with Michael Jordan. You got forward, right? This kind of quick one. You've got that same push cross more to the side. And then you've got 5 and 6 o'clock on the stick for the slower version of the Devin Booker. But we'll see here, this is actually really useful for Corver because of the other dribbles he has. So before we get into that, let's look at his size up. He's got Carmelo Anthony. A lot of cards are kind of getting this one, so let's see what that's looking like. I think it looks pretty good. Wide dribble from the back. We have covered this dribble style on somebody else, and I think it was the between the legs that we liked a lot. Yeah, you can use that in combination with the Michael Jordan. The behind the back is the one you want to stay away from. The crossover is pretty good. I really like the crossover with the Michael Jordan because it's very wide and I think kind of deceptive. And it gives him a way to get off the standstill very easily besides going directly into that push cross. So I would probably lean towards the crossover, but I do think the between the legs is pretty good. He's got Allen Iverson escape. So this is AI's escape. Really, I don't know what to do with that. All right, like it's just a slow start up to a regular escape if you do go with the cross. But if you go with the between the legs, his between the legs is pretty good. It's actually, a little closer to Trey and Kemba. So I think his between the legs escape is very usable and yet another tool you can use to get going in one direction, which we will see is very important with this card, right? Your ability to go in one direction is very important. Breakdown moves. Let's take a look at these. So this is regular breakdown. We're not going to mess with that too much. Let's look at his aggressive breakdown. He keeps doing that. Come on, Kyle. There you go. Oh, he's got that. All right, so we're not doing any breakdown moves with Kyle Korver. He doesn't like that either. His moving crossover is LeBron James. Let's take a look at that. It's got this hesitation in it. Don't like that at all. Never use that. Let's see his between the legs running. Not very good. And the Steph Curry running behind the back is pretty good. I think it's useful. It doesn't give him the speed boost, but at least it keeps him moving forward. And his moving step back is the Jimmy Butler. See, this is the kind of quick hop there. And we'll look at that. And that's the Jimmy Butler with no turbo held, right? So this is just down on the stick while holding turbo. Not super great. Let's look at it in combo because the next move is the Steph Curry behind the back, which is the star of the show. And this is the Jimmy Butler spammed with the Steph Curry behind the back. A rare combination, but it's got a little juice to it. Right? You mix that in with the Michael Jordan dribble style, and you've got a very quick, easy kind of auto combo there, right? Tekken style. You got a dial-a combo. You just tap that down a couple of times, and then you burst out of it with whatever direction you want to, because off the Steph Curry, you can go the same side as well, right? So let's talk about that Steph Curry. Great dribble move. This move has lost a lot of its luster in the eyes of the community because of the Jamal Murray, but this is still the same move that dominated in years past, and it's still really good. Really good dribble move. So basically, you're holding turbo and you're going either 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock on the stick. But if you want to repeat those actions, right, and do it back and forth, it's just 5, 5, 7, 7. You just do it twice, 5, 5, 7, 7. Now, combined with the Michael Jordan dribble style, already you have a way to get out of that. You have several ways to get out of that move to attack, right? Which is great. You can attack right off of that move going in basically any direction you want. Now, the same way you go 5, 5, 7, 7, you can also go to the same side and burst, right? So you can get out of that Steph Curry and keep going the same way, which is a great option because the Steph Curry behind the back is an excellent L2 cancel move, right? So anytime you're running in one direction, you L2 cancel and you Steph Curry back the other way, and the world is your oyster, right? You can shoot, and with his jumper being so good, if you're going towards the screen and you hit them with that, you can just take the shot and you're good to go, right? So, but you can also continue your dribble, right? So you can take that shot and be good to go, but you can also continue your dribble. And honestly, that's so good, especially with the Michael Jordan dribble style, that you can revolve your whole game around that. So we're gonna go to a little mini L2 cancel tutorial for the sake of the Curry dribble, because the Steph Curry behind the back is kind of easy mode L2 canceling, and I'll explain to you guys how to do it right now. So basically, once you're running in a direction, right, you want to be sprinting in a direction, you're going to hold L2, and you see here, you'll stop. So that's like your break. L2 is your break. Once you hit the brakes, then you're going to input the Steph Curry dribble style while still holding the break. And then as soon as you input that Steph Curry dribble, you let go of the break so that you can continue. Now, normally this is done with an escape, right? And it's harder out of an escape because to move out of an escape, you have to explode kind of right away. So you have to have all of that timing down for the escape. But in the Steph Curry behind the back dribble, you have a really long time before you have to let go of that left trigger, right? So you can let go of the left trigger really late. So it's almost like a built-in L2 cancel tutorial, this Kyle Korver card. So if you're looking to get into L2 canceling, this is a great way to do it with the Kyle Korver, because all you have to do is first just work on that simple Steph Curry, dribble move out of the L2 cancel. And then as you go forward, you can add in, canceling out of that Curry dribble move as well, and doing other combos. Because remember, you can do any move out of the L2 cancel. It doesn't just have to be the Steph Curry. You see there, the Jimmy Butler snatchback also works off of the L2 cancel. You can do basically any dribble move off of the L2 cancel, and it'll change your momentum right away, right? So it doesn't have to be that one move. And as you develop in this, you can just get better and better and better at it. And honestly, that is the entirety of Kyle Korver, of his game. I will say he does have a good hezi. So it says he has pro hezi, but this is a very easy same side burst for Kyle. Very smooth, very easy same side burst, which just mixes really well with that Michael Jordan dribble style. And also, by the way, mixes very well with this Curry behind the back, because you can same side burst one direction and they might be waiting on an L2 cancel and you can get to the rim, right? And go. And with the Curry, the good thing about this Curry behind the back is you have a lot of left stick flexibility with where you want to go as he's doing it. So it's not the kind of behind the back that's super fast getting to the basket, but it is the kind of behind the back that gives you some versatility. And Kyle's such a good shooter that whatever shot you take off of that, he's going to be good at. His layup package is default swing, so we know what to expect there. It should be just some solid scoops, right? Nice solid scoop layup going both directions. We can take a quick look at the floaters and the Euro step. Floaters are going to be adequate, right? Solid floater, another option to get to, and that's his Euro step. Now, in terms of his dunk packages, he has athletic one-handers off one, straight arm tomahawks, and under the basket regular. Now, the under the basket regular, let's look at his stats here and just get a quick look at his standing dunk. His standing dunk is only a 50. Does he do it though? He does not do it. He does not standing dunk. Oh, no, he did a standing dunk there. Okay. So I think because of his height, he'll probably be a surprisingly decent standing dunker. You see there? That standing dunk tendency is actually not bad for Kyle Korver. It's okay. What I expect is if you're moving towards the basket and you get under there, he will standing dunk on a consistent basis as long as you are moving a little bit. Move a little bit, get to that pocket, and he should give you a nice, safe standing dunk, which is great. Great option for the character. Driving dunk is only an 80, so I don't expect much off the stick dunk. You see a very small meter, even with no one there. He's not a stick dunker. That's not his game. But you throw a shoe on him, and if you have a dunking coach, I don't know if there are any dunking coaches right now, but and I think they have more value this year than they would have had in previous years. But if there is a dunking coach in the future, and you put a shoe on Kyle Korver, I do think he will be better at stick dunking, and that will be a little bit more of an option just to give you that big meter, just to give you a guaranteed dunk that's a lot harder to block. He's not going to be contact dunking on people, but he's, you know, arguably the best shooter in the game, second best shooter in the game, so that's not his game. His game, Curry slide, eat. That's what you're trying to do. You're getting to that Curry slide and you're eating, you're using that Michael Jordan dribble style and you're eating, right? So he has every option out of it. It's funny, even if you don't cancel the Curry slide, it's actually not that slow. But if you do cancel it, it's much faster to get out of it. You lose that little hitch. But yeah, that's going to cover it for Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver, just a very well-rounded scoring, shooting bucket of a card. And when it comes to stats and badges, before we get out of here, I don't think he needs anything. You can give him chase down artist. What's his block? His block is only a 75. I wouldn't bother. Yeah, he doesn't really need anything. He doesn't have rebounding badges, but he doesn't need them. Doesn't need physical handles. His strength's at 84, so the physical handles could actually help him a little bit. Maybe I'd give him that. Probably give him rise up to help him with that standing dunk situation. Outside of that, very, very, very complete card in his role, which is he's going out there to shoot the lights out, both as a catch and shoot player, and as you found out from this video, he can create his own shot as well. And before I get out of here, I will say his default, you know, dribbles, he's pretty good there. His default combos, he's a good default combo character. You can combo up with the character, so it's not like you're stuck in just the Curry slide. You have many options, but I do think his nuclear weapon, his go-to game, his Hadouken, his Shoryuken is definitely getting into that Curry slide and right between the eyes. Bang, bang. Shout out to Mike Breen. Thanks so much for the support as always, guys. I will see you in the next one.